Hey guys, it's Haley and welcome to another bookish video. Today we are getting into a new release thriller reading vlog. I'm going to be reading 4 new release thrillers and just taking you throughout my day as I do it in this video. But before we get into the vlog, I do want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Dossier. If you've never heard me talk about Dossier before, they are a phenomenal perfume brand and they make iconic luxury scents that you know and love, but they also have their own originals. I absolutely love their original scents. This is the Speakeasy collection. So here I have Fresh Margarita and Lime. Oh my god, and I'm literally filming this the day after Cinco de Mayo and this is just the vibe. This is the summer scent. Their original scents are so good, and just like their luxury inspired perfumes, they stay on my skin, on my clothes. I get so many compliments on them. They truly have the exact same quality as the perfumes in Sephora. One of my favorite of their iconic scents is Musky Musk. This smells so neutral. Honestly, it's one of their more feminine scents, but I think anyone could wear it. And it smells exactly like Juliette Has a Gun's Not a Perfume. So it's very subtle and it's very hard to master. Like, I'm so surprised it smells so accurate to the Juliette Has a Gun one, but it does. And of course, the main draw of Dossier is that it does not have the Sephora price tag. I'm not gonna spend hundreds of dollars on a perfume when I can spend $29 and probably less, because they're always running sales, on a Dossier perfume for the exact same product. So if you wanna check out Dossier, I will link them down below. Thank you so much to Dossier for sponsoring this vlog. And now let's get into the books. The first book that I'm starting with in this vlog is Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera. And y'all, I underestimated this book, okay? I am about a third of the way through and I'm loving it. I usually hate podcast thrillers. Like, it's gotten to the point where for me, it's really gimmicky. I'm like not loving the whole podcast, true crime, fake setup or whatever. But this, I don't know, she's hitting. In this book, we are following Lucy, who is accused of murdering her best friend, Savvy. These two are the perfect little Southern it girls in their small Texas town, but everything goes wrong when Savvy ends up dead after a wedding and Lucy wakes up with no memory of the wedding, covered in her best friend's blood. Now, years later, there is a podcast producer in town and he is trying to figure out what actually happened and get to the bottom of it, whether that means that Lucy is guilty or not. But the whole town has already decided that she's guilty. We are following a dual timeline. One, we're following Lucy, and the other, we're following the actual transcript of the podcast. I also have the audiobook, and I think it's really well done. Sometimes, you know, like I said, sometimes it's just real gimmicky with a podcast on an audiobook. This one, I love the way that it's done. It has like a little theme song and it does the setup really well, but it doesn't do too much of like the microphone and the static and all of that. It's very tastefully done is the word that I would use, but at the same time, the content of this book is not necessarily tasteful. It is very scandalous, very intriguing. There have already been some little twists and reveals happening just to set up the story. It is so Southern drama, and so much of this takes place in Austin and around Austin and Houston. And if you don't know, I live in Austin and I grew up in Houston. So just the descriptions of the little Texas towns and the way that people act, and there's this whole description of the Austin airport that was so accurate. I love it. I love the setting. I love the like catty, drama-filled, unreliable characters, and I'm listening for that lie. Like, I'm trying to figure out who is lying. I'm being a little investigator. So I'm obsessed. Oh, also, and one more thing is our main character, Lucy. She's a very unreliable narrator. Obviously, we don't know if she committed this murder or not, but something that's working against her is she has this little voice in her head that we get the narrative of that's like telling her to kill people, exploring like different ways of how she could possibly kill people. So I'm just wondering, is this what led her to kill her best friend? Or is this a result of the trauma of people trying to convince her that she did kill her best friend when she didn't? I don't know, but I'm along for this wild ride and I'm loving it. But we are putting the book down for now because we are about to have ourselves a little day. I took this Monday off because my best friend from high school is staying with me. She's in town. She doesn't live too far away. She's just in Houston, but we're having ourselves a little day. We're gonna go to the Greta Van Fleet concert tonight. So I'm gonna take you along with us for our little adventures. And if I get any more into Listen for the Lie, I will let you know my thoughts. Guys, yes, we're in the second outfit change, actually third of the day, because that's what we do.
Absolutely.
This is
Ryan,
Jimmy's girl.
No, a gag.
A famous TikToker.
She's an internet star, but she is a troll. If you don't know me, I'm your local troll.
The troll right here. We just saw Challengers, bitch.
So fucking good.
We're literally gagged. That was The Bisexual Agenda. Highly recommend. Have I read? No. But I did watch a fire movie, and now I'm wondering if they need a fourth. I'm wondering if I will ever think of a churro the same way again. That movie was phenomenal. So go watch it. And now we're gonna go drinky. Bye.
Want to give a goose review? Goose was the most geese was terrified of geese.
We don't know what just happened. We just saw geese.
Just the screaming of it.
It was just literally like it was either giving like a musical theater or scary scream. And we're just ready for Josh. I just want to see Josh. Hey Josh. Well, I'm sure that you saw all of that manic B-roll and you already know what's coming. If anyone knows Jake Kiska and could give him a message from me, let him know. I would blow up my life for him. I would really, if he wants me to just like have his children and stay at home while he goes on tour. That is a talented man. That is what I will say. The show last night was incredible. Between Challengers and Jake Kiska on the guitar with the guitar solo for 30 minutes. Girl, I need to quit this and start a romance vlog. No, I'm just kidding, but am I? It was just such a phenomenal show. We had such a good time. Suffice it to say, I did not read, but I'm going to be jumping back into the audiobook as I'm getting into some admin work today, and I will let you know what I'm thinking when I get into it. But if you have the chance to see Greta Van Fleet on tour, don't listen to the haters. It was literally incredible. You got to go. The plot thickens, bro. The plot thickens. This book is so good. I'm actually so into this. I knew it was gonna take a little bit of something to pull my attention today, since I have like the pending hyperfixation in the back of my head. This book is pulling me out of my dissociative hyperfixation era, which is very hard to do. So good for her, good for Listen for the Lie, honestly. I am in this scandalous drama. Everybody's really sleeping with everybody. This whole little town has all these interwoven dynamics. There is representation for domestic abuse and very nuanced conversations around it amongst the like fluffy scandalous drama. So it's a really good balance back and forth. And there's no like on page abuse, which I really appreciate. If you're worried about triggers, I would say this is a little bit lighter and better representation than I've seen in the past. It's not for shock value. It's not just to make your stomach turn. It does add to the story. Also, great reveal at the 50% mark. I just love that every woman in the story seems to be very nuanced, very well fleshed out. Like there's no just like perfect ingenue. Everyone seems like a real flawed person, which is how people are. Like, I just really like this. It's simultaneously like over the top, scandalous, fluffy drama, and at the same time, like very, very real. I love it. It's striking that perfect balance in a thriller for me. If this ending pops off, this could be a 5-star thriller. Like, I'm having so much fun with this, and this is coming from someone who doesn't love podcast thrillers. I only have about a third of the way to go, and I think that's only like a little over 2 hours or something in the audiobook. So should be able to finish up this book by the end of my workday, and I'll let you know what I think of it. Little Miss Vloggy Vlog. Hello and good morning. It is the next day and I did finish Listen for the Lie last night. Oh my God. The last quarter of this book was phenomenal. Like every single chapter was phenomenal. It felt like the biggest thing that stood out about this book was that there was no filler. There was no red herring that didn't have a purpose for the ultimate conclusion of the book. So many things that I thought were just like drama ended up being so meaningful. I loved the overall message and the commentary of it. The twists were so good. The ending chapters were so exciting. Absolutely loved it. This is so close to a perfect thriller for me, which is so surprising because I hate podcast thrillers. I literally hate them. So if you kind of have reservations about the gimmick of that, just like I do, maybe give this one a shot because I loved it. But it didn't give me the 5-star feeling. I felt like, I don't know, like the writing was very simple. The characters weren't developed in a way where I felt super connected to them, and like those are kind of the things that I look for like a standout, but I can't really criticize much about this book. I think I'm gonna give it a 4-star. The more that I think about it, marinate about it, talk about it with y'all, that might have room to raise. I think this would be a really good book club book because there's so much more in here than just the like thriller plot. It's really good. I highly recommend it. First thriller done, and it's a banger. I love when we start out on a good note. The next book I'm going to be getting into for this vlog is Unmissing by Minka Kent. And this one isn't like new release. I think it came out in like 2023 or something like that. But you know, It's recent, and I haven't seen a ton of people talk about this book, but the people that have told me about this book say it's incredible and the twists are super shocking, and that is what I'm looking for. I'm loving the banger thrillers that I've been reading this year. I'm back in my thriller era firmly. I'm not going anywhere because I absolutely love so many of them that have been coming out. In this book, we are following a married couple, and things go awry when the husband's ex-wife, who was presumed dead, comes and knocks on the door and is like,
Hey, remember when I disappeared and everybody thought I was dead? I got kidnapped, but I escaped. Don't worry, I'm back to like resume my life.
And the new wife is like,
but this is my life. You were supposed to be dead.
it's gonna be drama, it's gonna be tea. I'm so excited. We will get into it and I will let you know, probably on a work break. Hello vloggy. Sorry if you can hear the air fryer in the back. We're making little snickety snacks. We just went on a little date to Chinatown and got a fat bucket of boba tea and it's literally so good. So I'm gonna sip my little tea and eat my little snacks. And Cameron said he wants to do individual activities together, which means he wants to play his video games and I'm gonna read my book. So I'm about to get into Unmissing. I didn't read all day because I literally had so many crises at work. So I'm gonna get into it now and let y'all know what I'm thinking. Also, oh my God, I got it. This vinyl was the best decision I've literally ever made in my life. I blasted that shit on my new record player that I got myself for Christmas this past year and it's so good. It absolutely fucking smacks. So highly rec. Let's get into my book. Hello vlog, it is a little bit later and I'm a quarter of the way through Unmissing and so far it's really good. I definitely was not expecting things to go this way. Like I definitely thought the wife was just gonna be shell-shocked and let this woman in because that's kind of what it alluded to on the back, but that's not exactly how it goes. I won't give it away, so if you want to read this you're still surprised, but I like that we're kind of kept in suspense, that we don't really know the first wife's motives in all this. It doesn't seem like she's going through the traditional route, you know, building a life. So I'm wondering what she has to hide. There's a lot of suspense, a lot of mystery, and really good dual timeline following both of the wives, the first and the second. I'm also wondering about this man who's caught in the middle of the two of them and if anything is going on with him as well. Lots of mystery, lots of intrigue. It's very, very easy to read, flows well. So far, I really like Minka Kent's writing style. It feels like very straightforward, kind of reminds me of Noelle West Ely or Steph Nelson, very much giving that. So if you like those kind of books, you will probably like this. I am falling asleep. I'm literally so tired. So I'm gonna put this book down for now. I will let you know when I have more thoughts. vloggity vlog. It's been such a morning. I took my little yoga class, I did some sessions in the park, had some breakfast, and got into my book. This book is really good, okay? It's making me feel visceral emotion, anger, sadness, empathy, just like a lot of nuanced emotion showing up for these characters. I really feel at the halfway point, something's going on with this first wife. She's saying she went through all this trauma, and yes, people react to trauma in various different ways. Obviously, I know that. But this way that she is reacting to try to come pop up and ruin somebody else's life, your life was already ruined. Why are you trying to cause more destruction? Like, it leads me to believe there's something going on with her. I don't like how this first wife is coming up and resenting this other woman for just existing, when really she resents the person who kidnapped her and ruined her fucking life. It's like, why are you projecting this shit on an innocent woman? And it's always the woman. It's always the woman who has to fucking get projected on when really everyone's mad at a man. Do you see what I mean? Like, this book is making me feel things. So I'm very invested, and I'm gonna keep reading this today because I'm on the edge of my seat. I need to know what's going on. I do have a nail appointment today, so hopefully I'll get to read a little bit more when I'm getting my nails done. Hello vlog, I'm back from my nail appointment and running all my other boring errands. I'm so glad I got them all done before we had to film the podcast, which literally we have to go live for in 5 minutes. If you don't know, I have a podcast. We talk about bookish things every other week, and in the in-between weeks we talk about just stuff. Life. We gab. It's called Gabbing It Up. So if you want to check it out, it is always linked down below. We also have a Patreon where you can watch the video version if you prefer podcasts that way. But here are my nails, just so you can see. I love them. It's giving like acrylic pour, and my toes match, but no free feet pics, so I'm not going to be showing that on camera. I got to the 80% mark of unmissing, and y'all, these twists had me shaken. I was literally telling my nail tech, like, girl, you didn't even know. It was giving whiplash twist, but not a bunch back to back to back where I didn't have the chance to like catch up. If you know my reading taste, then you know I hate that. It was not whiplash twist in that way. It was just very fast paced, very addictive, very shocking. And I'm so excited to see how this ends up. I have no clue. Very suspenseful, very addictive. As soon as we're done with this podcast, I'm finishing this book. What up vlog? Sorry if you can hear the air. It's hot. Okay, so we have our AC on like high, and I can literally hear it while I'm filming. So sorry if that's annoying, but it's been a night. I filmed the podcast, had Patreon movie night, cooked dinner, ordered cookies, which are on the way. Cameron's literally going down to pick them up from the delivery driver right now, and I finished my book. Unmissing is getting 4.5 out of 5 stars from me. It was so good. I didn't get the 5-star feeling. Honestly, there was one piece of the puzzle that didn't come together in the perfect way that I wanted. I literally thought I'm gonna give this 5 stars, but that one piece, I just couldn't forgive it. I just couldn't forgive it. Even though it was so twisty, so fast-paced, so addictive, such a good thriller. I was telling Deja on the podcast, this is the perfect balance between a domestic thriller that's also like interesting and unique and not just like every other cheating spouse kind of thriller. 4.5 out of 5 stars, not bad. I highly recommend this one. It's much different vibe-wise than Listen for the Lie, but really, really good. I actually like this one a little bit more, even though it was a little bit less serious. This is my unserious, entertaining thriller moment, and I love it. Thinking about the next book I'm gonna start for this vlog. I think I'm gonna get into The Couple in 5B by Lisa Unger. I have this one on audio from Libro. All I know about it is it's a couple moving into some creepy ass apartment where things are not quite right. Good morning vlog. It is the next day. I just got home from yoga, got fully ready for my day, and while I was getting ready, I got 20% into The New Couple in 5B, and this book actually reminds me a lot of not Lisa Unger, this book is by Lisa Unger, of Riley Sager. If you like Lock Every Door or Home Before Dark by Riley Sager, I think you're really gonna like this one, at least from the initial like opening scenes. It is set in New York, which I absolutely love, especially for like springtime. I just love reading New York books in the spring, and it's set at this creepy old apartment building where like rich older people live, and the reason why our main couple gets to move in here is because it was left as inheritance by the guy's uncle, like great uncle or something. He like passed away and left the apartment to his nephew. So we are following just the woman from the couple, and she is unsure why this was left to her husband, but she's like, you know what, I'm not going to question it. I want to move in here. And she has dual purposes for wanting to move in here. Not only is it this like beautiful historic building, but it also has had a ton of like weird occurrences happen in it, like suicides, murders, weird unexplained happenings. And she is a true crime writer, and she hasn't been able to rival her first book that she published. So she thinks that living in this apartment building and diving into the weird happenings there could lead to a new book. And she's already had some weird experiences there herself. So far I'm really intrigued. I mean, it's not the most exciting thriller of all time. Definitely has a slow start, but I kind of like the slow burn, especially with the creepy atmosphere. Definitely gives the vibes of there are old rich people here and they're hiding something. Something is going on. And now that our new couple has moved in, they might find out what it is. I also think our main girlie's husband, who actually inherited the apartment, I think he's hiding something as well. So a lot of questions, a lot of creepiness, and just generally like a good start to a thriller and a good start to my day. So I'm gonna go to work and I will let you know when I have thoughts. Y'all, I physically cannot rip my AirPods out of my ears. I can't do it, and I won't do it, and it's not because of this book. So I know that's probably what you're thinking. Oh, this book is so good to her, she can't stop listening to it. No, I literally can't stop listening to Greta Van Fleet. There's something wrong with me. There's something wrong with me. I'm mentally ill, okay? There's a problem up here. Something, hee hee, ha ha, ha ha. Let me out! Like, I'm trapped in an obsession and I can't get out. Let me out, let me out, let me out. I can't. I love them so much. I caught myself fucking dancing in Target. I had my music in Target while I was shopping around. I had to pick some things up. I caught myself dancing and I was like, bitch, you're in public. Stop, stop, stop. There's a part of me that's like, cute, unbridled joy. Like, live your life, girl. But also, stop. I can't be perceived in that way. I blacked out at Target, danced my little ass off apparently, and I walked out with books. So I just wanted to show them to you. So I have This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. I've also been eyeing this one the past few times that I was in my Target, and finally I just snagged it, and that is The Truth About the Accident. Then I got Within Arm's Reach by Anne Napolitano. I also got another one that I've been eyeing for months at this point, Serpent and the Wings of Night. I've heard so much about this fantasy book. And the last book that I got at Target is She's Not Sorry by Mary Kubica. Obviously, I'm putting this in a new release thriller vlog for y'all probably next month. If it's not the next book that I read in this vlog. I don't know, it's kind of looking tempting to me. And now I've got to get stuff done around the house, and I'm gonna force myself to switch over to my book and not listen to Greta anymore, because I know if I continue to play this music, I'm going to hyperfixate to the point where I cancel all my plans. I need to go out and be social tonight. I need to go. I can't cancel my plans. I already sent in the group chat. I want to rot, you guys. I want to get high, sit on the couch, and listen to my music and rot. And everyone was like, no, Hailey, no. I'm gonna try to engage with the world and not go into my hole. So let me go listen to my book and I'll tell you what's up when I have thoughts. Hello vlog, it is the next day, it's Saturday. Last night I did end up going out and seeing my friends, which I'm very proud of myself. I didn't just rot, okay, I got out and I was social, good for me. And I barely read anything because I was so tired when we got home. I literally just collapsed in bed. Got up and did yoga this morning, and as I got ready after yoga for the day, I got to about 45% of the way through The New Couple in 5B, and I don't know what y'all are talking about saying that this is a boring book. So many reviews said that this book is boring or that it drags. I feel like it's just been picking up steam since it started. There's all of these new, unique, interesting elements. Now we have the mystery of the apartment, all of the crimes in the past. There's obviously some kind of conspiracy or something going on in this building. And now, who killed this person who just died? And on top of that, now we're finding out more about our main character and her life and her family trauma. And it seems like there's some like almost like culty vibes. Like her dad thought that she was a seer and could predict the future. And she's starting to have these weird, creepy occurrences happen in the apartment building. And she's like, wait, low-key, was my dad right? Like, am I a seer? Am I seeing things from the future or the past? I think that is so interesting. I love a little like maybe is it speculative element in my thrillers. So I'm having a really good time with it. I'm gonna keep on listening as I drive to go meet my friend for tea, and I will let you know what I'm thinking when I have thoughts. Hello vlog, it is the next day. I got just so swamped with little menial tasks that I had to do yesterday, so I didn't update the vlog as much as I wanted to, but I did get 3/4 of the way through The New Couple in 5B. Honestly, I thought I was gonna finish it yesterday because it's an audiobook, like I can just pop it in and get stuff done around the house, and I usually love doing that, but for some reason I just really wasn't wanting to pick this one up. I wasn't feeling drawn to it. I would rather listen to music, so I was mostly just listening to my Greta record and not listening to this book. But I did get 3/4 of the way through. It's definitely slowed down a bit, but there's still a lot going on. Like, I am very interested in it when I pick it up. It's just not feeling like I really want to pick it up. Like, it definitely doesn't move with a fast pace. We'll see how it goes today. Today is Mochi's birthday, so we're gonna go out and have a little celebration for Mochi. We're literally just gonna take him around the park, and he's not even gonna walk. He has a stroller because he can only walk for like 5 or 10 minutes before he starts getting tired and grumpy. So we're just gonna take him around, get him some treats, maybe get him a toy, and celebrate his question marketh birthday, because we have no idea how old this man is. He could be 8, 9, he could be 12, 13, he could be 20. Okay, we literally don't know. He's just our weird little 3-legged guy that came into our lives, and we love him so much. So time to celebrate Moo.
Cameron is running into the store to get us food, but oh my gosh, do we want to do a haul, Mochi? Mochi haul! They each got a fit. I think this is gonna be so cute on Mr. Moo. And then Boba got a very Lana coated little cherry dress. I literally can't. They're digging in here for the food though. This is like his little happy birthday thing, which y'all do not get until we're home. We got a crinkle lamb because Mochi's a big fan of the crinkling guys. And you know on this channel how we feel about lammies. Also, I got them this thing. Let me know if you've ever had a busybody for y'all's dogs. They do the Kong so fast and then it's just like over and done with. So I want to try this, but all right, y'all don't get the stuff till we go home. Here, here, Bubba, here, Bubby. They're both happily chomping.
Hello vlog, it is much later. We got caught up watching the new season of The Circle when we got back from Mochi's little birthday extravaganza, so that was really fun. But we literally binged like 6 episodes in a row, so it's very late. But I told myself I was not going to drag out reading this book for one more day, so I went ahead and finished The New Couple in 5B. Honestly, I think there was so much potential with this book to have a really great ending because there were so many interesting like side plots going on. I really wanted a like layered creative ending, and it kind of feels like everything wrapped up in a very predictable way. There were not any like massively shocking twists, and all the interconnected subplots were kind of resolved with the same ending as well. So it just kind of left me feeling like very meh about everything. I was gonna give it a 2.5, just like average right down the middle, but there were some like fun, interesting aspects of the story, like the historical aspects. I just wish the ending would have been better because I feel like this could have been such a great thriller had the ending been more layered and fleshed out. But I'm gonna go ahead and land on a 3-star. I'm happy to be done with it though, because I feel like that took me way too long to get through for the length and the fact that I had it on audio. Like, that's just crazy. I'm so tired, but I'm so glad to be done with that book. And I will pick my next read and my last read for this vlog in the morning. Hello vlog. It is the next morning. It is like the coziest, thunderstormiest day. I don't know if you can hear the thunder like rumbling in the background, but it is just rainy and thunderstormy. And as soon as I got back from yoga this morning, I just sat down with a new book. I didn't plan on reading this one this month, but since I picked it up at Target earlier in the vlog, I could not stop thinking about it for some reason. I usually really like Mary Kubica's releases, so I just decided to go ahead and pick this one up for our last thriller of this vlog. And I've been sitting here reading it all morning. Oh my gosh. Already, just like right off the bat, it's so good. I didn't read any of the description, so I was completely blindsided going in, and it's already moving really fast. Like, I don't even want to read the synopsis and see if there's anything that it's revealed in there that I don't already know. I am about 1/3 of the way through, 100 pages in, and honestly, if it wasn't for updating the vlog, I probably would have gotten further in. I just realized that I was in the triple digits of page numbers, and I was like, shit, let me update the vlog and tell y'all what is going on. First chapter started off with a bang. If you like The Chain by Adrienne McKenty, I feel like you would like this book, because the first chapter is this mom receiving a call that someone, we don't know who, has her daughter, and if she wants her back, she's gonna have to listen very closely and do something about it. We don't know what. It was just like bang, boom, we're in, high stakes, child being kidnapped, mom has to do something. I love the how far would you go for your family trope. And then after that chapter, it just like cut off, left us in the dust, and we get into the actual story of it, which is we're basically just following this mom. I don't know if it's the mom from the first chapter or possibly something else. It is so much mystery and suspense. I literally just don't know, but there are some creepy things going on in her life. She is a nurse, and one of her patients attempted suicide, and there's like weird stuff going on with her, weird people checking in on her at the hospital that makes her think like maybe this wasn't a suicide. She also alludes to having a previous trauma around suicide. Our main character is dealing with is that there are women being killed all across the city. This takes place in Chicago, and holy shit, the thunder of it all. And so I'm like, not the serial killer on the loose, the creepy girl from the past, and this girl in the hospital that she's trying to take care of that apparently has some stuff going on too, like the triple homicide of it all. And it's all leading up to what I'm assuming is her daughter's gonna get kidnapped. But like, what, how, where? It's really exciting. It just like took off so fast paced. I mean, I read those 100 pages like no problem. It literally flew by. I'm feeling good about that, but I have to get into my day. I don't have sessions until tonight, but I do want to film a couple videos, get some work done for the channel, yada da. So I'm gonna do that. If I end up reading any more this afternoon, I will let you know what I think. Hello vlog, I'm about to head out for my evening sessions, but before I did, I just wanted to update you. I am at the halfway point of She's Not Sorry. Still really liking it. It's just so easy to read. Increasingly creepy things are happening, like just the classic fear of being terrified, thinking you're followed on the street, weird things happening with like people that she knows. Every man in this book has an air of like threateningness to him. It's just like really creepy, and it's really easy to read. I'm still liking it. I am, like I said, about to head out for my evening sessions in the park, and then I'm going to a little happy hour with one of my friends. So not sure when I'll get a chance to read again, but when I do, I'll let you know. Good morning vlog. I am a post yoga girl, and I have a reading update for you. I got to, I guess, a little past the 75-ish% mark. I only have 80 pages left in She's Not Sorry. Nobody was literally who I thought. Okay, I got like everything wrong. So needless to say, I was shocked. Clocked nothing. This book, in fact, clocked me. Everything at this point that I thought we were working towards at the end of the book is resolved. And now there's this other element in here that I'm like, how is she gonna deal with this? Our main character has gotten herself in a little bit of a situation. This is not where I thought this book was gonna go, but yeah, it's going really well, and I have a couple hours before work starts, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up and let you guys know what my final review is. Hello vlog, it is just a little bit later and I finished She's Not Sorry. The ending was all over the motherfucking place. Like, I at no point knew where we were going. Some of the time the storyline did feel a little bit disjointed. I'm a little fuzzy on the timeline after seeing all the pieces come together. Maybe if I dug into it, I would find some plot holes perhaps. It just wasn't the most solid plot, although it was fun and exciting to follow and put the pieces together. I will say it was not a very satisfying ending. I will put it that way. I don't know, because y'all know I like that little bit of an open ending, that little like last sinister thing. I love when thrillers do that, but the way that it was done here, it doesn't just like leave a little bit to the imagination. It almost like makes me want a sequel and feel like upset that now this story just still doesn't feel complete after following it and really being engaged with it. So I don't know, I was gonna give this 4 stars because I think it's a pretty decent thriller, but just because of that last chapter in the epilogue, the way that things worked out, I think I'm gonna lower it to a 3.5 because that was just so unsatisfying. I feel like I didn't get the full payoff that I signed up for, but it's definitely not a bad book. I had a decent time reading it. Not a bad lineup of books, honestly, in this video. If I had to rank them, I would probably put The Couple in 5B last, and then She's Not Sorry, and then Listen for the Lie, and then Unmissing at the top. I don't think you can really go wrong with any of these. I think there's an audience for all of them, although obviously I favor some over the others. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and you got some good recommendations. Let me know down below your thoughts on any of these, and if you made it to the end, leave me a black heart emoji because we are just dark thriller girls. I don't know. Also, don't forget to check out Dossier down below for all of your perfume needs. Save yourself some money, skip Sephora, and go right to the source. And if you like this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Plus, you gotta go to therapy and read a book this week. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!